FlyKnight is what I would describe as a very adorable Souls-like. Adorable with its aesthetic, but also in the fact that it's very, very small and cute. The game itself only has 3 primary dungeons with 3 main bosses, and the entire campaign will take you anywhere between 3 to 5 hours. Combat doesn't have much in terms of depth, like you can chop off enemy limbs, which is cool, but never really played out in a meaningful way throughout the adventure. But it is pretty cool to chop off an enemy's arms and see them resort to kicking you. You will, however, be rewarded for exploring. Oftentimes you'll find a tough enemy guarding a chest that usually has a new weapon or armor to play with, and enemies themselves have a very rare chance of dropping their armor and weapons. I will say that for the many different damage types that all of the weapons have, like crush damage, cut damage, spell damage, it never properly explained the advantages and disadvantages of the damage types. And outside of, oh, this enemy is immune to crushing damage, I would just kind of use whatever weapon I felt like. Now, while I could recommend FlyKnight on its single player merits alone, you should also consider that this goes up to 4 players. I was only able to play this co-op with 1 person, but man, with a full group, it would be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, there is barely any replay value. I would have loved to have like a new game plus, go through the game again, but enemies are harder, or maybe you earn new gear. It's not something that was required, just a little disappointing that I didn't earn anything for beating the game. At the very least, I could have unlocked like a fly swatter as a weapon or something. I also can't underestimate the music in this game. Some of these tracks are fire. Just don't go into it expecting a full fleshed out video game. This is more so a refined proof of concept for a game that the developer wants to make in the future. But keep in mind there are a bunch of bugs right now, and I'm not just talking about the enemies and the theme of the game. Myself and others have had plenty of items just removed from our inventory, which wasn't so bad considering how short the game is. Still, for $5, I got 5 hours worth of fun out of this one, and I would recommend it whether you were playing solo or with others.